There, welcome back to the Sprinkle Factory. I'm Tony, and today I'm going to show you how to use our candy topper template for Bartender so you can create your own custom candy designs with your sprinkle tray. It's a super easy process. However, it does rely on your candy topper being calibrated to your eddies so we can make sure everything prints in the correct place. So if you haven't done so already, you'll want to go ahead and follow the Getting Set Up for Windows video at thesprinklepactory.com/candy topper in the video section. And while you're there, go ahead and grab the Bartender template that we'll be using in this video in the download section. With that said, we can go ahead and get started. So I am going to open up my Bartender candy topper template here in Bartender. I have it in my recents. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and open it up. And then if you take a look at the middle of your screen, you'll see this circle. This represents the cavity of the actual candy topper tray. In other words, it's the space where your design will be printed. Now here at the bottom, you'll see there are 7 individual templates. Each of these represent a single row on the tray, which means using this method, you can load up to 7 different designs at once, 1 per row, and then print them all on a single candy topper tray. And the first thing we need to do is, of course, bring in a design to print. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here to this top menu and click on the little cactus image and insert from file. And then I'll need to locate my file I'd like to print. I'm going to go ahead and use this red star here, this solid star. And you'll need to click on the template to actually place it. As you can see, mine is a large file, so it came in pretty large here. Instead of having to move it around and drag it, I'm actually just going to right click it and then use properties. And then I can use the size tab here to set it to an exact size. And it varies by design, but I typically start around 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 0.25 in here, and that'll give me a pretty good starting point. So I'll wanna go ahead and bring it to the center first. And then I can decide if I'd like to make the star larger or smaller based on what I see on screen, keeping in mind that the circle is approximately the size of a candy. This star could be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and scale it up by clicking on it and dragging this little green dot here, and then I'm going to center it with these tools on the right this time, which makes this template ready to go. I'm happy with how it looks, which means the next step would be to go ahead and complete the remaining 6 templates to fill up our candy topper tray. However, if you're only wanting to use one design to print across the entire tray, we can do so with this first template. All we need to do is select File and Print, and then we're going to change the copies to 49 to fill up the entire tray instead of just 1 row. Next, I'll show you how to print up to 7 different designs on one candy topper tray using the remaining template. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the template 2 and then bring in my second star here. And I'm going to add it to my template just like I did before. And I would like both of my stars to be the same size. So I'm going to put in 0.29 in the height this time, which was my final size of my first solid star. And that completes our second template, or our second row on our candy topper. And instead of choosing 5 additional designs, I'm actually just going to copy and paste both of these stars onto the remaining templates to fill up my candy topper with stars. And I'm actually going to choose every other template here, so that way my stars end up alternating on my candy topper when they print. Is that necessary? Absolutely not, but it makes my type A happy and sure looks cute when I'm done. So that's what we're going to go with today. So now I just need to fill up my remaining templates here, which should be 4 and 6, with this outline star. So I have 1 more to go. Again, I'm just copy pasting and then centering each template, so it's a pretty quick process. And that should complete my templates. If I flip through here, you'll see that every other one is a solid or an outline star, and this is the exact order it's going to print on my candy topper. So once we're happy with the design, it's time to go ahead and send it to print. And this time, remember we're printing 7 templates. So we're gonna go ahead and change the copies to 7 because we're asking Bartender to print 7 templates 7 times, which completes all 49 cavities on the candy topper tray. And that is all for today, guys. You now know how to use our candy topper Bartender template to create your own custom candy designs with the sprinkle tray, candy topper, and Eddie.